Good evening and welcome to Dukes Field at Loudon High School's Chig Ratledge Stadium for tonight's District 5 AA championship matchup between the visiting Roane County High School Yellow Jackets and your Loudon Redskins. Tonight's game will be played under the laws of the game as modified by the TSSAA. And now for starting lineups for the Roane County Yellow Jackets. Number 1, Marcus Bunch. Number 3, Zeb Webb. Number 5, Cade Roberts. Number 6, Hayden Keller. Number 7, Landon Malinowski. Number 10, Colt Chapman. Number 16, Nathan Goss. Number 17, Preston Allen. Number 20, Dylan Harris. Number 21, Isaac Pettit. And in the goal, number 24, Jared Wittenbarger. And now, starting lineups for Los Indios. Number 3, El Capitan Jesus Lara. Number 4, Jonathan Nicholas. Number 5, Kevin Navarrete. Number 6, Arturo Lopez. Number 7, Charanet Fizel. Number 9, Juan Navarrete. Number 11, Captain Francisco Aguilera. Number 15, Alfonso Vega. Number 17, Jesus Garcia. Number 18, Oscar Vega. And in the goal, number 1, Noah Fizel. We now ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and face the north end zone for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's match is a rematch of the 2018 District Championship game. We wish good luck, good health, and good sportsmanship to both teams. Keaton Schillings is the coach of the Roane County Yellow Jackets, assisted by Keenan Heathcote and Alan Heathcote. Los Indios are coached by Yoni Espinoza, assisted by Edwin Garcia and Jason Hughes. So I do need help spotting. So tonight we have a rematch of last year's 2018 District Championship game. These teams also met 1 week later in 2018 at the Region Championship. Redskins winning both of those matchups. The only matchup between the two this year was here at Dukes Field. Loudon was victorious 3-2 over the Yellow Jackets. We are joined today by some wonderful young fans from Warrior Nation. Loudon High School Assistant Principal Extraordinaire C.J. Martin and Cameraman of the Year known as Sergio. The rain has stopped. It was raining very lightly for about an hour prior to the game, so the field is wet. And in association football, that does tend to favor the team with more speed. Based on the scouting report, that should be our Redskins. A wet field means a fast-moving ball. It tends to skid out on the grass, so it will be something for the Redskins to get the timing down on those runs, especially on those long through balls. And in typical fashion, Redskins are the last team to take the field. And they'll be back out again about 2 minutes after the halftime whistle sounds. It is a Los Indios tradition. So Juan Navarrete stands over the ball waiting on the referee's whistle. After a check with the scorekeepers and the goalkeepers, referee checks his watch and we're about ready to whistle into play. Since this is a tournament game, tonight's game must have a decided winner. In the regular season, you can have a draw, not in tournament play. And we're going to start off with a little kick ball in the middle third. Redskins let it roll out a touch for a throw. Ball's in, headed back by Kingston, taken back by Alfonso Vega, dropped to Jonathan Nicholas. Brings the ball to the near touchline, finds Chocolate Thunder. Thunder has two on, gets Francisco in the middle of the field, lays it off for Alfonso. Redskins are moving up the far touchline, and Chewy dances around with it, takes a line drive shot low toward the near post. That's going to hit the outside netting, and Kingston's Jared Wittenbarger is going to tee it up for a goal kick. So 1 minute into play, the Redskins have already taken the first shot of the game. And now they'll look to stand and defend as Kingston moves the ball quickly across the half line, but out of touch, can't make the connection. Again, that ball moves very, very fast when you have wet grass out there. It will skid and run. Jonathan Nicholas's throw in is going to be headed toward Chewy Garcia, and we're going to play a little tennis. Ball's out of touch, and Yona will throw it in. Redskins come into the game 12 wins on the regular season with 2 draws and 4 losses, beating last year's regular season mark of 12-7. And they've added a 13th win just 2 days ago against Scott County in the district semis to get here to this point. So Redskins throw it in on the far side. Cherinet cannot handle it with the first touch, knocks it out. And that'll be a Kingston throw near the half line. Again, just starting here with the score 0-0. Senior Jesus Lara heads the ball out of touch, and that'll be another Kingston throw. Ball thrown in low and shielded out by Chiquis. And Noah Fizel will pick it up, and that'll be a Redskin goal kick. Redskins will restart play. 37 minutes still of the 40 in the first half to go. It's the ball to Cherinet and the half line. Taken away. He'll hear about that later. And he takes it right back. Kingston, that right back's able to kick the ball out of play, but it's out the byline, and that will be the first corner of the game as Chocolate Thunder tees one up over next to the flag. Redskins take it quickly. That's a good ball, but it's past the back post. Nobody there. Francisco keeps it in play, dribbles by one, tries to center it. Kingston bats it back out, back to Francisco, puts it back in the middle again. Chewy can't get a shot off, and Kingston's able to punch the ball safely out, but it will be a Redskin throw. And throw-in specialist Chewy Garcia comes in. A high school football field's about 17 yards too narrow for regulation professional soccer, so Chewy is a weapon. It's like getting a corner kick when you have the ball down inside about 25 yards of the byline. So that throw is going to be headed out. Chewy's going to try it again, this time even with the front of the 18. That throw is going to go all the way past the penalty spot, and it's going to be headed into the goal, and the Redskins lead 1-0 early in the game. Who was that on the score? In the 5th minute, goal by number 11, Captain Francisco Panchito Aguilera. Brings the score, Redskins 1, Yellow Jackets 0. And he is at Francis. So, tag teaming here with Coach Martin as he is running the Twitter feed today. Kingston is going to kick it off. Yes, that's him. And Kingston moves it quickly down, even with the Redskin 18, makes a move past Lara into the middle. That's going to be punched out by the Redskin defense. Headed around by Kingston, punch back. It's going to be out of play and a goal kick to the Redskins as Noah picks it up and sets it on the 6-yard line. And with 5 minutes gone out of the first 40, the Redskins lead early 1-0. That's a big, big goal for the Redskins, as in the first game, we trailed Kingston early and at the half, having to come back in the second half and getting 2 there to pass Kingston and get the district win to preserve our number 1 seed for this game today. Redskins going undefeated in the district this year at 4-0. And as we play it all the way back to the center back, Jesus looks to put the ball forward, taken back by Kingston in the midfield. Knocked away by Juan, and Kingston's going to knock that ball out of touch. Yellow Jackets having a hard time keeping possession against the Redskin pressure on a slick field. Throw in, tap back by Cherinet, unable to find Panchito, and he is going to fight for the ball in possession. His pressure creates a turnover. Looking for Cherinet down the sideline. The ball's not quite there, and Kingston's going to knock it away back to the midfield stripe, and that's where the Redskins will be throwing it in. And that's Cheeky's taking the throw. Cheeky's in a cast for much of this season. Now down to a brace. He's back to making throw-ins. We've got the ball to the middle of the field to Oscar, over to the near touch line to Chewy. He passes one man. He's looking for options in the middle as he goes down the touch line. He's double-teamed, and his attempt to cross is blocked, but that's blocked by a Kingston hand. So that should be a free kick to the Redskins. About 3 to 4 yards outside the side of the box, about halfway down the 18. This will be a tough angle to defend as the Redskins bring a 7th receiver into the box, and that ball is going to sail back over the back post. And Chewy tries to take a shot from back there, but once again in the side netting as Jared Wittenberger had the front post covered. And the Yellow Jackets will have the ball on a goal kick, trailing our Redskins 1-0, 7 minutes into the contest. Wittenberger's goal kick's going to sail near the midfield, where it's going to be headed out of touch on this near side by Oscar Vega. Yona Nicholas is going to grab the ball as if it's ours. It's not. And Redskins drop back to defend. Throw in short. Kingston looking for somebody, and number 21, Isaac Pettit, going to be tripped by Chewy Garcia. That's going to be a Yellow Jacket free kick about 35 yards from the center of the goal. Redskins are going to stand firm on the 18, and Jackets are going to put 6 up on the 18. And they cannot move behind the defensive line until this ball is struck. And it's going to be a low kick to the near end of the line. Kingston is going to center it back, and that is going to be a goal by the Yellow Jackets. So with 31 and a half minutes. Did we see who scored that? In the 9th minute, goal by the Yellow Jackets, number 7, Landon Malinowski. Bringing the score, Redskins 1, Yellow Jackets 1. And nice set play by the Jackets. They move the ball on the ground to the near end of the line on the 18. He then puts it out to the wide man, who puts it right to the penalty spot where Landon Malinowski was waiting for a wide open shot on goal. And it's 1-1, 9 minutes into the game. This looks to be another good contest between two good teams. This is the 5th time these two have faced each other in 2 years. Again, meeting last year in the regular season district and region championships. And this year in the regular season. And this game, Redskins going 5-0 in those contests, but all of them very, very tightly contested, mostly by 1 goal. As both teams are very defensively sound. Redskins moving the ball back past the midfield stripe. Francisco Aguilera has it. He's looking for options. Ball up in the center, give and go to Juan Navarrete, and Kingston's going to be able to step in and punch that ball out of touch. Referee's whistle for substitution. And they signal for a substitution, but Yellow Jackets are going to hold the sub out as it's a Redskin throw. Chewy's throw to the top of the 18, headed around. It's going to be possessed by Panchito on the 18. He's going to take it down into the corner, try to look for options. And his cross almost finds Juan Navarrete, and Kingston able to clear that ball out. Loudon takes possession back. The edge of the attacking third. Alfonso's attempt to get it to Thunder is thwarted, and Panchito going to fight for it near the 18. He's going to give it to Thunder down in the corner, and he finds Juan Navarrete right at the penalty spot, and Jared Wittenberger with a diving save, keeping the game at 1-1. Nice play by the Redskins there. They still have it, entering back into the 18. Ball's being kicked around, and there was a handball right there, and there was a handball right there on the 6-yard line, and the referee says no. He's going to give the Redskins the corner kick. That should have been a PK to the Redskins. So in the 12th minute, Charonet's going to bring it in on the corner. It's a nice ball, and Redskins get a touch on it, almost nearly another handball. I believe that one was clean off the chest. Looked like even the same player there. And Chewy's shot's thwarted, but it'll be another Redskin corner, this time from the near side. Charonet's kick comes in low, and it finds a Redskin, but we're unable to take possession. Now we're moving it back in toward the 18. Francisco on the far touchline. Finds Juan Navarrete outside the 18, who takes a long shot that finds the back of the net. And the Redskins are back on top. A beautiful shot just outside the box by number 9, Juan Navarrete. In the 12th minute, golazo by number 9, Juan Navarrete, assisted by Panchito, bringing the score Redskins 2, Yellow Jackets 1. No, one is not. So, as we consult on Twitter, getting back the excitement, beautiful. So, Karma has a way of working it out. Redskins don't get the PK, but through the course of play, keeping the pressure on, Juan Navarrete from about the arc, where the arc touches the 18, blasts one upper 90 on a very, very good Jared Wittenberger. Wittenberger, one of the top keepers in our area, and his diving attempt, he gets a hand on it, but it's not enough to keep the ball out. And now it's the Redskins throwing it back in, and Panchito looking for somebody in the middle. Dribbles around, double teamed. Kingston takes the ball back. Possession won back by the Redskins. It's Vega back over to this near side to Colby Waldrop, who puts the ball up to Chewy. Nice touch to save. And Juan has the ball inside the box. And it's Kingston's number. I didn't catch that number. Kingston's left center back able to shield that ball as it rolls out the byline, and Jared Wittenberger will re-enter the ball into play from a goal kick. We're 14 minutes into this game. Redskins leading 2-1. Good ball movement so far. Good chemistry by the Redskins. They look like they've come to play tonight. But so have the Yellow Jackets, a very, very good side we're playing. And Kingston tries the through ball to the runner, but he's not going to nearly be able to get there in time as Noah comes out and easily scoops it up 8 yards before Colt Chapman can make contact. And Noah's punt, it's going to be low and driving toward the midfield stripe, headed back toward the goal by Kingston, taken back by the Redskins, and that ball is punched all the way through. It's a one-on-one with Chewy, and the Jackets number one, Marcus Bunch, is able to kick the ball out of touch before Chewy can win that one-on-one with the keeper. So Chewy will be throwing it in just about even with the top of the arc. And that ball's going to sail all the way to the 6-yard line, headed away by the Jackets twice. One back, Redskins kick. That looked like another close to handball in the middle as Kingston defends. Ball is back and forth, 2 missed kicks. Charinet's shot is going to be deflected off the back of, what are they going to say? Are they calling that off Panchito? Yeah, that's off the back of Panchito, so it's going to be a Kingston throw from deep in their own end, even with football goal line. And that throw is going to be flicked on by the Jackets, taken possession by Kevin Navarrete, who finds Oscar Vega in the middle. He dribbles, gets the ball to Panchito. He's looking for something, looking for a shot, and he gets it, but it isn't able to get much on it. And Wittenberger easily picks that up. And his punt's going to sail high to the midfield line. First touch missed by Cheekies. Battle for possession, back and forth, and it's finally Colby Waldrop of the Redskins who's going to be able to shield it out, but that ball was last off the Redskins, so it's going to go to Kingston. That throw-in's going to come from about 25 yards out. Isaac Pettit drops the ball for number 6, Hayden Keller, to come up and make the throw. Redskins get set to defend. Kingston's going to hold 4 back. Redskins keep back only Chocolate Thunder at the half line as that ball rolls out, and it's going to be a throw from near the flag. And Noah comes up to defend the throw, and that's going to go out the byline for a Kingston corner kick. Very dangerous throw, and that one hopped right at the goalpost with no choice but to put his body on the ball and just block it out. Noah's got one on each post, one on the 6 as Kingston puts 4 runners into the box on the corner. And Noah's with a great save right there. Kingston had a wide-open shot on goal. Noah with a foot save. And now the Redskins are on the counter. Charinet to Ponchito. He's got Charinet running down the far touchline. Can he find him? The attempted through ball is blocked by the Yellow Jackets. And pretty exciting turn and play by the Redskins while we maintain possession. Charinet on the touchline, back up to Alfonso. He's going to try to switch the field to this near side. And Chewy's back to take the pass. Gives it to Oscar. Moves uncontested up the middle over to his brother. Flips the field back to Charinet. And he is looking, gets Ponchito right at the center of the 18. That dribble gets away, but Ponchito is able to dribble past the defender and rolls it just inside the far goalpost. In the 18th minute of the game, the goal by number 11, Francisco Ponchito Aguilera. Bringing the score, Redskins 3, Yellow Jackets 1. So you always go, the 18th minute starts at 22:59. So the first minute starts at the first second that the clock ticks. So you just take, so we're all getting a lesson in time here. So like 40 minutes and a half, you just take 40 minus however many minutes, and that's which minute you're in. So the 18th minute will end at 22 on the nose. You've played 18 minutes at that point. And after the kickoff, Redskins leading 3-1 with 22 minutes. And we're going to be whistled for Redskins whistled for a foul just on their side of the midfield line. So from the circle, Kingston will take the free kick. Again, we're just over 18 minutes into the game. Redskins leading 3-1. And on that last go, Ponchito let one touch get away from him. But his speed makes up for it as he takes one more dribble and cuts the ball all the way across the face of the goal, touching the inside of the post. You just can't shoot it any better than what he did right there. And for all you little Ponchitos at home, that's also proof you don't have to kill the ball through the net Sports Center style to get a goal. Noah restarts with a goal kick. Flicked on by Poncho. Finds Ponchito. Back to Oscar, who is yet to establish his nickname on the team. Back to Kobe Waldrop. And Chewy's got it. Looking up the touchline to Juan Navarrete and the one-man wrecking crew, unable to catch up with it as it rolls out of touch. It'll be a Kingston throw-in deep in their own territory. And the Redskins set up to defend the throw. And that ball back into possession of the Redskins, just missing Chewy on a run. He had the angle to cut that ball straight into the box and look for the cross. But it's going to go out of play back to the Yellow Jackets and right back where we started. And one thing especially American football fans will be frustrated with the game of soccer is when the ball goes out of bounds, the ball is placed precisely. In soccer, as long as you throw it within about 10 yards of where we think it went out, the referee usually doesn't say anything. A couple of days ago, I think the Redskins took about 15 yards of liberty on one particular play. Pretty common in the beautiful game, and now it's Colby Waldrop doing just the same as he throws it in for the Redskins. That ball's going to be touched to the middle of the field by Kingston. Always on defense, you want to keep the ball away from the center of your own side. And Kingston paying for that as the Redskins try to move it down to the flag. And Jackets take it back again to the Redskins. Missed tackle by Alfonso Vega, and luckily missing the foul as well. Now Kingston running down this near touchline, looking for number 6, Hayden Keller. And Keller unable to take possession, and that ball's going to roll out for a Redskin throw. So far, the midfield has been controlled by the boys in red. And it's kind of a universal concept in the world of sports. Whoever controls the middle of the field tends to control the game. Also true for you chess masters out there as Kobe Waldrop heads the ball up in the air. Oscar Vega able to keep it in, but keeps it in to number 21, Isaac Pettit, who takes a long, no way, sir, shot. And Noah pads his stats with an easy save. But remember, with all the water on that field, you never know how the ball's going to skid. And appeared to be a short punt. It's going to cross the midline really high. Redskins take possession back to Kobe Waldrop, who tries to chip it ahead to Chewy, and that ball's going to be out. And Kingston looks to sub. Number 6, Hayden Keller, trots off his midfield position. And on comes number 5, Cade Roberts. Original starter checking back in the game for the Yellow Jackets. Of course, in high school soccer, there are no limits on substitution. When you get up in the professional ranks, you get 3 per game, and once you sub, you're out for the rest of the game. And once you run out of subs, it doesn't matter if you have somebody taken off in an ambulance, you're out of subs. Not so in high school, as it is unlimited. Both teams with plenty of jerseys on the bench. As we enter the 24th minute of play, Redskins leading 3-1 here at Dukes Field against Kingston Yellow Jackets. Kobe Waldrop throws it back in, headed away by the freshly entered Cade Roberts, and we've got a breakaway. Ponchito's one-on-one with Jared Wittenbarger, and on that defense, the official charges in, pointing to the spot. He's called a foul against the Yellow Jackets, and that is going to be a penalty kick to our Redskins. In the 24th minute of play, penalty given to the Redskins. And Chocolate Thunder, for the first time this year, steps up to the spot. And it's him versus his brother's rival, Jared Wattenbarger. And Charinet easily puts it into the corner. In the 24th minute, goal by number 7, Charinet, Chocolate Thunder Fiesel. Bringing the score, Redskins 4, Yellow Jackets 1. And the Jackets are thunderstruck in minute 24. Charinet steps up and calmly picks out a spot in the lower right left-hand side. And it's taking a PK. It's all about disguising your run-up and knowing where your spot is. That decision's got to be made. And he catches Wittenbarger leaning to his left and puts it to Wittenbarger's right. And the Redskins lead 4-1 with 16 minutes to go in the first half. And Sergio pointing out the winter collection of Yellow Jackets in the upstairs of the press box as Charinet fires another dagger. And as we've restarted play, it's going to be a Kingston throw in about the center of play. Nope, the foul called on the Redskins. This is going to be a free kick, so Marcus Bunch is going to enter the ball back into play off the ground. Still Kingston refusing to commit more than 5 to their offense, with great respect to the Redskins' speed. Right now, you've got Charinet at left forward, one at center forward, Chewy at right forward, and Ponchito playing attacking mid. You're not going to find many sides in the state with more speed up front than that. Kingston forced to respect it, but yet finding themselves facing a 4-1 deficit. And as that goal kick comes back into the play, headed around to a Redskin throw-in. Cheeky swaps with the ball boy into Cherinet, who finds Oscar, touched back to Jaciel Vasquez, who's now into the game, finding Chewy up front, and he is going to tap it back to Oscar, back up to Juan, and now we've got Panchito on a run on this near touchline. He's one-on-one. The Kingston defender goes down. Panchito cuts it into the box, looking for the cross. It's not there. He's shoulder to shoulder with the defender. He goes down. Referee shakes, wags his finger, says, "No, sir, you're not getting another one." And the ball back to the Redskins as they try to regain possession all the way back to the center back, up to Colby, and he's looking for Chewy. Misses him, but Kingston's going to knock it out of touch, and it's going to be a Redskin throw near midfield. And honestly, that looked to be a shoulder-to-shoulder play there. Chewy tries to center the ball to Jaci Vasquez, unable to keep possession, but it bounces over to Cheekys, who dribbles between a double team, finds Chewy, wisely backing the ball up and dropping it to nobody moves. Kingston takes possession, and nobody is moving for the Yellow Jackets. Number 20, Dylan Harris, was 1-on-3, just trying to hold the ball till help arrives. Finally dropping it to Nathan Goss, who hits the ball very firmly out of play, and it'll be a Redskin throw. Again, Kingston's lack of numbers up front. They're unable to deal with the Redskin pressure in that middle third of the field. As Kobe Waldrop throws it in again, ball headed all the way to the center of the field as Panchito tries to cut it into the box. Kingston is able to knock that ball out, and the AR has waved his flag indicating a foul on the field of play. Center ref checks, and that foul took place just outside the box, close to this near corner. So from about 20 yards out, Kevin Navarrete is going to step up from his fullback position as the Redskins are going to commit 8 to the box, leaving back only Colby Waldrop and the goalkeeper Noah Fiesel. And Kevin's kick is going to curl, but not nearly enough as it goes wide. Not sure if he was looking for a runner on that back post or was aiming for that upper 90. Either way, again, coming off a slick field, it's sometimes hard to maintain that spin on the ball. And it sails out harmlessly for a Kingston goal kick. So with 11.5 minutes to go in the half, Redskins leading 4-1. Jared Wittenberger is going to put the ball back in play. That's a short goal kick. Knocked around, back to possession by the Redskins. Chocolate Thunder is going to take it up the far touchline. He's going to take it all the way down to the flag where he's bumped by the defender. And center ref says that's off the Jackets. And Redskins maintain the intense pressure in the attacking third. In fact, not only have Redskins maintained the wealth of possession in this game, they've maintained it on the Kingston side of the field. Cherry's ball floats in like a cloud, but headed away twice by Kingston. Nobody there on the Redskin end of things. Still in the box. Kicked out again by the Jackets. Punched back in by Colby Waldrop, forcing Jared Wittenberger to make the catch. He rolls it out to the far touchline where the Jackets will be double-teamed by Haase and Cherinet. That ball's going to be out on the Redskins as two fresh Indios wait at the 50-yard line to come into the game. Referee goes back to have a word with a couple of players, and he whistles it back into play. So Kingston takes their time, makes the throw in, and that ball, that's handball as number 5, Cade Roberts, tries to trap the ball. But Redskins Arturo Lopez standing over as if he's going to make a throw in. So apparently that was not called a handball. It was just called out on Kingston. And the Redskins have possession with Colby Waldrop at the half line. He looks forward and gives away possession in the middle of the field. Jackets punch it back down. Colby takes it back, looking for Rufino. Taken away again by the Jackets, who now are going to move the ball with some room down that near touchline. Premature cross is blocked, and Redskins boot it back down the field. The Redskins 3-on-5. Kingston able to take the ball back and knock it out of play so they can reset their defense. So a brief lapse in poor possession by the Skins. They have it back now, throwing it in. Fought for, gained by Rufino Rodriguez, who now gets it back on the touchline. Knocked out by Isaac Pettit. And that'll be another Redskin throw. Is now coming into the game is Jonathan Nicholas coming in for Colby Waldrop. So across the back for the Redskins, it'll be Nicholas, Navarrete, Lara, and Chiquis. As Juan Navarrete gains possession in midfield, finds Alfonso, flips the field to Cherinet. He's double teamed on the sideline. The ball is going to go out of play to a Kingston throw. Up front, the Skins now running Rufino Rodriguez on the near touchline. Chewy in the center with Luke Ambern just in the game up at left forward. Midfield being staffed by Ish Morales and Alfonso Vega. Looks like at defensive mid positions with Juan Navarrete up at attacking mid. Redskins again able to move the ball back and build back up possession from the rear. And there's a strong collision between Chewy Garcia and number 3 from Kingston, Zeb Webb. And science and gravity both come into play as Webb goes to the ground. Chewy's got a good 30 pounds of muscle on Kingston's Webb, but that's going to be called a foul as Webb was in a defenseless position. Ball somehow sneaks through to the goalkeeper. Noah picks it up without harm, distributes out with a throw up the far touchline. Gained back by Kingston, who's looking to run it down to the flag, and that's intercepted by the Redskins. And it's going to be forward to Chewy, who tries to flick it on to Rufino unsuccessfully. And Kevin Navarrete steps up and punches the ball through. Luke Ambern, also with some wheels up front, makes a contest out of it, forcing the Jackets to kick the ball out, giving the Redskins a throw-in with Chewy Garcia just about 25 yards out. So even though we weren't able to move the ball down where we wanted, a Chewy Garcia throw-in from 25 yards out is like a set piece. And that throw goes all the way to the 6-yard box where Kingston is forced to head it out. And now it's a Redskin corner. And boys and girls, if you keep the heat up, eventually things will fall your way. And it's Ish Morales, number 10, who trots over to take the corner. Redskins set up in the box. Again, Redskins committing 8 up to the set piece. And that ball's to the middle where Lara jumps up. His header is high, punched away by Wittenbarger, and ball falls back out to the Redskins as it's off of Kingston, out of touch. And Yona Nicholas will come back. And I said Yona was playing right back earlier. Actually, is the way the Redskins are playing it, more of a right wing back position, as he loves to make those runs. And it's the Jackets losing possession again to the Redskins in the midfield. Morales over to Yona, not strong enough, and now it's a fight for possession. Kingston has it back. They've got a runner up this near side. He centers it back for number 5, and with a heavy touch, Noah's able to come up and dive on that ball. Goalkeepers like to, you'll see them always go to the ground because the 6-second count doesn't start until they stand with the ball in their hands. Goalkeepers like to lay on the ball, let the box clear out. And Noah's punt getting some air on that one. That ball sails about 50-plus yards to the well past the far side of the circle, where the Redskins will take the Kingston clearance into possession of a throw. Fight over on the touchline between Chewy and the Kingston defender, and it's going to be out on Chewy, and so now it's a Yellow Jacket throw. We're going to have some substitutions as Kingston's number 20, Dylan Harris, walks off the field. And it looks like that was called a foul, so Kingston's going to take a free kick that goes all the way to the 18, cleared away by the Redskins. Kingston takes possession back in the middle third, looking to move the ball back up, but there's nobody there for number 7, Landon Malinovsky, the lone goal scorer for the Jackets. Can find no help. And now it's the Redskins subbing. Off goes Morales and Garcia, and on comes Thunder and Johnny Hernandez. As Chernet takes the center forward spot, ball thrown in to Juan on the near touchline, headed out by Kingston, and we'll step up 15 yards and do it again. Looking for Chernet, who's about 1-on-5 down there. Ball headed to the middle of the field by Kingston, who then take possession, and it's the Jacket striker, who was 1-on-3, cannot overpower the Redskins, and we're going to play a little bit of tennis in the middle third of the field. AR says it's Redskin ball. Center ref says nope. There was a foul before the ball went out on the Jackets, and so the foul is going to be against the Redskins. And about 60 yards away from goal, Marcus Bunch will take the Yellow Jacket free kick. Got 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Redskins leading 4-1 in the District 5 AA championship game. Proud to be joined in the box today by Sergio. I have a future in ESPN. And the magical voice of Redskin baseball, the wizard himself, C.J. Martin. Redskin bookkeeper, Cherenet's mom. As Noah takes the goal kick short to Jesus Lara, who then puts it up near the midfield, where he somehow finds Chocolate Thunder. Ball kicked away by Kingston. They're going to actually play it back, try to play a little possession here, back up to the midfield, and that lasted about 2 passes, as it's now back with the Skins. Now Kingston takes it back, again trying the ball over the top. Noah's coming up, shielded by Jesus Lara. And that is a combination we've seen all year long. The intelligent play by Jesus Lara back in that center back position, as he shields the ball and allows his goalkeeper to use his hands, and that punts up to the midfield line as we're down to about 30 seconds. Ball being battled for at the midfield. Kingston again, seemingly the strategy to be just trying to find a cheap one over the top. And it's exactly what the Redskins may have just done, as Chernet is 1-on-1 with Marcus Bunch. They both go to the ground. Chernet reaches his hands up, asking for a hand up. Bunch seemed to trip over Chernet and Referee has to blow his whistle a few times. And the ball punched out again by Kingston, and the clock will expire as we get 2 blows of the whistle to signify halftime. We'll take